What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Zay back in the building, back with another video for y'all, man. Today we gonna react to the Joe Budden's podcast, and it looks like they're talking about why America romanticizes killers, and that's a good question because um, I know when that whole Jeffrey Dahmer Netflix thing came out, everybody's like, "Oh my god, the actor is so cool," but whole time the story is horrible, like. All the women was in love with this dude. Videos going viral on TikTok of him. I'm like, are y'all in love with the actor or the killer? Like, it confuses me. But like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. Y'all know we back in the building. Y'all know the vibes is up. Let's get it. Let's go.
Menendez shit going on. Boy, they bodying this shit with the Aaron Hernandez show. I've asked this before up here. Y'all don't think there's something wrong with America's romanticizing of monsters?
I'm about to hit you with this mug.
Why?
I say this shit all the time. I find that shit nuts that everybody falls in love with the killers and the docs and the...
See, that's a separate point from what I'm saying, because we do stand on opposite side of docs. I know how you feel, you know how I feel.
No, not just the doc.
That's what I'm saying.
The killers.
There are people that fall in love with the killers, but I don't think that we're included.
I'm talking about...
Or the average person.
I'm talking about the romanticizing. I've seen a million Menendez brothers docs, 2020s, and news stories.
Yeah.
Since 1991.
What they are showing now is a miniseries.
Yes.
Of...
Like Dahmer.
Beautiful actor, yeah, the same Dahmer
Ted
shit.
Bundy, same shit.
Aaron Hernandez, like the mini-series portion of it. Not docs. That can be informative. But to make a mini-series is like, oh, man.
It's a little crazy.
I mean, I see. I
For the
disagree.
mini-series to be the way that these companies gain all of these hours of retention on their platforms, so you just go about continuing. And I'm a sucker for it. I click it every time. But there is something sick about it, especially when you look at what's happening in real life with the news, with music.
I disagree because a person like me, I don't like docs, but I might want to hear about this story. The miniseries is easier for me to watch. It's an easier watch for me. I can follow that.
Because to a certain extent, it's fictionalized.
Mel said it because to a certain extent it's fictionalized. So like the Menendez miniseries that I've been watching it too. The Dahmer one. I couldn't watch that one because I'm like, it just looked like I seen little trailers of it, little clips of it, and I'm like, I can't watch that. That was a little too much for me. You know what I mean? Then I already knew the story. That was another thing. I already knew the story, so that's why I didn't want to watch. You know what I mean? This one, I didn't really know the story about the brothers, so I'm currently watching it. I have not finished yet. But it's foul too. Like the brothers are foul. Like they killed their parents. I'm just saying. Spoiler alert: they killed the parents. If you didn't watch it, but it's a foul story. Like, but I think what the miniseries brings is it brings more of a show. Rather than like you hearing about the real, like what exactly happened. Like it tells you what exactly happened, but like it's not completely true like a documentary would be true. So I think that's why I think if they didn't make it a miniseries, people wouldn't be watching it as much. Because you got different actors playing the brothers, you got different actors playing Jeffrey Dahmer and all these other people. So I mean and then another thing is people like that. Like that's what people like to watch. You know what I mean? So
entertaining. It's entertaining. It's more entertaining.
It's more entertaining. I don't like.
It's a bad word, but it is what it is.
Dog, Winning Time was entertaining.
Right.
There are plenty of stories that can be entertaining that don't have to be.
But these are famous stories. Like I've heard about the Menendez brothers. I remember people making comments and references to the Menendez brothers. I don't know the full details of what happened. I don't like. I never knew, and I don't watch docs, so I've never watched a doc that broke it down.
But it didn't start with docs. Like America's, like lust for blood and mayhem.
It ain't start with America.
It's humans.
It ain't start with America.
Well,
I told y'all that before.
I know
Roman Coliseum days.
I understand.
Boxing, football.
Very
We love
true.
violence.
Yes.
That's not the disturbing part.
Yeah.
For me, the disturbing part is watching these docs, and I feel like all of them try to, even though they humanize or try to make you feel sorry for these
But I
killers
think that's
in some
how
way.
they sell it.
I
That's how
was
they
just about
structure
to
it.
say that.
That's why I don't like
But
it.
I'm also a little bit torn on that too, because the reality is that there is probably some people out there that are they're just regular people, but they're monsters. You know what I'm saying?
got
So
pushed
like
too
it is
far.
kind of important to
Like Joseph-
recognize that someone that may be charismatic or beautiful or whatever might be a sicko.
Yeah.
Or I feel like a lot of times, we'll take it right back to the Puff shit. This is a person that we idolize. He makes the slaps. He's fucking handsome.
And he's operating
got
in plain
all these
sight.
beautiful women, and he's doing these horrific shits.
Yeah, but when
And
you do-
sometimes that's how you breaking it. That's how you're explaining it. Like, how was he able to do this? Because he was charismatic. So I have to show that side to say, oh, that's what's the guy? Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
He was handsome. He was a law student.
Without knowing that part, or without seeing that part, somebody could sit there and say, "Yo, how y'all fall for this?" But now you see, oh, okay.
There's
now
also
that
people
makes sense.
there's also people who watch that and then start relating to it.
That's true. Or
And
you
start
or
being like,
you wonder
ooh.
what
about the people that are related to the Menendez
that too.
brothers'
Victims.
victims, the parents?
nobody care about them. And
I said the same thing with the Dahmer
With the
shit.
Dahmer
I
shit.
would hate to be home as
Having to
somebody
relive that
related to.
And there was a lot of controversy about the Dahmer miniseries because the victims or the families of the victims
Received
really
nothing.
felt, yeah, exactly. They felt like this was just, capitalizing,
Predatory,
like predatory and
grab.
capitalizing off of
People
their
started
pain
dressing up
over
like
and over
Dahmer
and
for
over again.
fucking Halloween. Like,
That's it.
literally, you start doing this shit, you start to humanize these characters from the history that we are told these are monsters.
My nigga.
Let's keep them monsters. Let's not. We can try to go through our own little works to figure out what was wrong with them, but when you do it in this form, you humanize them and you kind of romanticize them in a way where now the consumer just watches it and takes it for that.
Or
And-
you justify why they killed the people.
Yeah, I don't wanna-
Hey, people dress up as monsters for Halloween, and they're going to dress.
Yeah. So like I understand where Joe is saying like it is there something wrong? To an extent, yeah, it's wrong because it's a true story. You know what I mean? That's wrong in that aspect. But like at the same time, like they're saying, all these scary movies that come out, all of this killing and stuff that's been happening for years and years and years, wars going on, that's what a lot of these countries are brought off of. And it's still going on. So, but in this case, the show, I think a lot of people don't, like, same thing with the Dahmer thing. A lot of people didn't know about it, so when it came out, they were like, oh my God, da da da. Now, like I said, my question is, are they more invested in Dahmer, the killers, or are they invested in the actor? Because it's two different, it's either you invested in the character or the actual person. You invested in the actual person, then you sick in the head, like, I'm sorry, you're sick in the head. Like, you shouldn't be invested in a serial killer who died just several years ago. Like, come on now, like, let's be real. But the whole thing of Halloween, like, they put this Menendez show out right in October, right? Well, a little bit before October, so a little bit in September, but people are just now watching it. And we in October, so you're gonna see all those Halloween commercials, all of that. And every Halloween, people dress up as killers. People dress up as killers or put blood on their face or da da da. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't really know, like I said, how you could not, how you could change that. I don't think you could change that. You know what I mean? But like I said, for me, is, are they invested in the actor or are they invested in the killers? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, are you watching the show because you don't know the story? You invested in the story, and are you invested in the killers? Like, you know what I mean?
Actual monsters. If this shit is as good as y'all
True.
saying it is, guess what's gonna be a big selling costume?
Yeah.
Niggas, fucking September.
Yeah,
The
being-
Menendez brothers.
True.
Yeah. They're little.
Yeah, that's gonna be big. That's gonna be the costume. That's gonna be. I'm not even gonna be surprised if people dress up as them. If people dress up as them, I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised at all.
Wig piece.
But I can also say, like, as a woman who consumes a lot of true crime and a lot of, like, this murder, death, kill shit and stuff like that, even though my interest goes back to, like, my academic career, a lot of women watch this stuff because, we have to try to understand every version of what a predator can look like, because like Ted Bundy, it's the guy next door, it's the handsome man, you know what I'm saying? So women, we have to be super hyper vigilant about our safety.
No, y'all do have to watch these to learn discernment.
Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Popeyes has the best of both wings. Our juicy chicken is marinated to perfection with 2 distinct twists on all 7 flavors. Whether you
Are you being sarcastic right now? Sometimes I can't fucking tell.
No.
Oh,
Well, that's
you're
why
not-
they
okay.
choose. That's why they choose the bear.
It's a tool.
Shut the fuck up, Ice.
This is a good tool. Thank you, Netflix.
You know what? I
They don't
did.
watch
I
Animal
did
Planet.
buy your expensive ass Starbucks order. It's right there on the counter. So take it back.
Speaking of Menendez, so the actual Eric and Lau, they are upset with this miniseries.
I would be too if I was them. They look crazy.
Yeah.
Especially Lot.
And they now have a documentary coming with Netflix starting October 7th with, in their words,
Oh God.
Oh, see now that paints a different picture now. Now that's gonna paint a different picture. Not for, well, for them, it's gonna paint a different picture for them. Cause I'd be pissed off too. I'd be pissed off too. Like y'all doing this. Y'all literally eating and surviving and making money off of some tragedy from years ago that caused me and my brother to be in, and y'all don't even know what we went through for real. Of course I would want to tell my story. Like, who wouldn't want to tell their story and defend themselves? So I don't blame the brothers for wanting to drop their own, documentary and stuff and really tell their side of the story if they can.
See?
They have gotten a lot of airtime.
We just gonna double bang them, pause.
Yeah.
Again.
It's sick, but it's smart.
We're
But
gonna create something you don't like, and then give you the
Yeah.
opportunity to speak on the shit that we created that you don't like. Nah, I'm not fucking with
And
that.
why y'all shoot y'all moms?
Because they say that she knew everything that if the abuse story is true, then
I saw the scene.
then they say that she knew the entire time and did nothing to protect them. So she was just as culpable and guilty as their father was.
that was after the fact. You know what he said when it first happened, when they were planning it, why they shot bombs?
to put her out of her misery or some shit.
Yeah, because
Sicko.
Pop was so bad. And
Yeah, because he was crashing out all the time. And like I said, if you ain't watch it, watch it. It's crazy.
this lets her be free now.
No, that was the lawyer hootenanny. That's lawyer hootenanny. And this shit is cap. That's cap. Mom knew about it, and she did nothing.
How is that cap?
What do you mean, how's it?
How's that cap? Like that would be horrific. Let's just say it is completely true that she knew that
What
her
can a
husband
woman-
was fucking their little boys.
What can a
You're
woman-
their mom.
What can a woman do to
What
the
could
bear?
she do if she ain't had
What
no
can a
money?
woman do to the bear?
Leave. I'm gonna fight you.
I'm asking a question.
To the bear or the husband?
Your husband is the bear.
There is
And he's powerful.
There is
and rich.
domestic violence shelters that you can go to. You have a
Mel.
community of friends.
Hey, Mel, stop.
All right.
What?
Because you don't
What?
take that
Now
same
you get-
stance when these women be getting abused by these niggas
No,
and
no,
Corey
no.
and them come in here and say, why the fuck they ain't just leave? You argue that side.
Which side do I argue?
The Stock-
Why
the
they
Stockholm
would?
syndrome.
You argue the side that it wasn't just easy for them to leave. The same way this lady just couldn't pick up and take her 2 kids and leave. It's the same thing.
But it's not arguing a different side. It's understanding why a victim might not be ready to leave. But a lot of times children will change that fear. You won't be as immobilized. You're just like, if I don't do it for myself, I'm going to do it for my kids. Let me get out of this situation to protect them, to save them.
Let me jump in you guys' square dance. Mel, what was you gonna do?
Yeah, like what if she don't have no money to leave? Who the fuck gonna take care of her
dude is
kids?
rich
and
and
outside?
Do you see that? Do you see that entire family that is sitting around talking about their legal bills and who's going to represent them and stuff? That's the community. They had a family. They had extended family that they could have gone to and they could have talked to. But
I don't
they
think
didn't.
that they should have killed mom because she didn't do anything.
And that's assuming
all.
she knew.
I'm just going with the storyline on the show.
Yeah.
Man,
But they've
killed
claimed
Mom
that- they've
because
claimed that
they
forever.
knew we can't leave no witness.
I mean, if that, I think they took that stand too. They probably felt like we can't leave no witness. If that is true, if that the abuse story is true, they probably felt like, well, if we're gonna kill our dad, we might as well kill our mom too. That's how they felt. That's how they felt. I mean, and if she knew what was going on, if that story is true, I mean, it's just fucked up all around. Honestly, it's fucked up all around.
That's why they killed him.
Then kill the fucking therapist.
Yeah,
that therapist.
Yeah. That kind of tripped me out. I'm like, because at first he was like, and they did it. Okay, so if you didn't watch the show, watch the show. But this damn therapist, man, I'm watching this show and I'm like, yo, like how are they not killing the therapist? Like, I'm confused. like I'm really lost right now. Like, the therapist is the one who you invested in, quote unquote, the one who got the tapes, quote unquote, the one like they put so much time into him. They ain't even think, like, what if, now granted they're young in the show, apparently 21, 18 years old, so I was like, they probably didn't think about it. But I'm like, if you already killing, and you telling somebody, because that's what they did in the damn show. Joe is probably going to talk about it. They was sitting there talking about everything to the therapist. And I'm like, how? Well, really one of the brothers was. But then the other brother eventually, comes in and he's like, why would you tell that? But then the therapist has all the tapes of the conversations. So it's like, I'm like, how you don't knock him off? How you don't take him up out of here? Like, I'm confused. Like, not saying that they should have done that, but this is a fictional show. Some of the stuff's true, some of the stuff is not. How you don't get rid of him? Because then he could tell whoever he want to tell, and you would never know. I'm like, I'm watching the show, and I'm like, what? I'm like, y'all didn't think to take him out? Like, that's crazy to me. That's just crazy to me. Like, I don't understand. Like, it never crossed their mind to, like, maybe we should, if he knows everything, we should plan to get him next. Like I don't understand why they didn't take him out. Cause if you watch the show, then you know how they got in jail and all that stuff.
They had to go, and that side chick was shady from the rip.
She really was.
Yeah, the side chick. I told you, he getting right into it. The side chick that was with the therapist. Like, I'm like, bro, she already was pissing me off. I'm like, you just doing shit that's not even cool, bro. Like, you moving shady already, like off rip. We don't like you. I'm like, and then she gonna tell the story to the police department. I'm like, oh God. So then they spin back and start connecting dots and bringing all these people that they know involved. And then they pull up to the therapist's house and they start searching his crib for the tape. I'm like, it's crazy. That show was crazy. It was wild. Like, I think all that part is fictional, but that's just, it's insane to me.
With her tourmaline crystal and.
Well, they've spoken before. They was in the past. They both done an interview. So I'm interested what they're gonna have to say 30 years later after all this. I do want to hear if maybe they'll have some different story.
Could you imagine your child doing that to you?
No.
Like, and I've seen some strenuous relationships between child and parent, but your child?
No.
Dog,
oh my
it's
Lord.
hard for you to shoot a common person like that. Like, that shit ain't just normal where you just cut.
Yeah, especially the way that, like, if you seen the show, the way they did it, I was like, damn. I was like, especially Lyle. I mean, apparently they did him dirty, but I'm like, the way they play his character, Lyle, I'm like, made him like a certified crash out. Like, it was OD. It was OD. That's all I'm gonna say.
That nigga did. We beefing. That's not an easy thing to do.
I feel terrible for a week when I hit an animal on the road.
Exactly. Like, yo,
There's a term for that too.
You ever stop? You feel terrible. Shut up. I feel as I speed by, I feel so bad.
Nigga,
What was that I ran over?
All right, I tried to let the mouse out the house without killing him.
And you know what I ain't like too? And then I'm done. I promise I'm done. If you've been abusing me and yada, yada, yada my whole life, and I'm finally about to get my shit off, I'm going in the trunk, I'm getting a shotgun, me and my brother, and I'm busting in the TV room while you eating ice cream. BAM! I'm saying something first.
Some fly shit.
Something. I'm saying something before.
Say hello to my little friend.
Not something. No.
Yo.
Not that. Not that. Holy shit. Not.
Yo. No.
Pot of the month.
You're
It's
not
over.
getting- you're not-
That's crazy. Say hello to my little friend is crazy to say. That's wild. That is crazy to say.
She got it. She got it.
But you trying to get
Yo,
it
close
again.
it up. She got it.
She getting October now.
Yeah.
She trying for it. She's like, sit down, girl.
Pot of the year.
She going crazy. I knew that when you put the pants on, she was trying to do something.
This man here, bro.
Girl that put these pants on, I'm like, yeah,
The hypnotizing joint.
You up to something.
Yeah.
You the hypnotizing
The
joint.
hypnotizing joint.
Yo, you was hypnotized.
I knew I was going to spin back and get to that point. I just didn't know when they was going to do it, but I knew it was going to happen, man.
Oh, shit.
Yo, it's ring the mills. like, bro. Oh, my God, man.
Saying.
What was I saying?
About saying something when you bust in the room on
Yeah, oh yeah. Not like say hello to my little friend, but you've been
get my shit off.
abusing me for
If you have
my
really
whole
been abusing
life.
me, I'm gonna let you know.
I am gonna.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. Like, they didn't even say nothing. Like, it's just bang. I'm like, damn. I'm like, you don't say nothing? Like, this is for, like, that's how usually it goes in the movies and stuff. They apparently they ain't say nothing in the show. But, yeah, I don't know.
I want a statement. Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
even
tear
if
your
it's
head
not
off.
so fun when the rabbits got. I'm saying something. I don't know. I don't know is all I'm saying. I'm not just
for yeah something. You
I
gotta know
ain't
why.
just shooting you and you going out. Like, I'm gonna be that guy, and I hate when that happens in scary movies. And on Power, niggas couldn't shoot.
That was a graphic.
Scary
death
movies
scene.
and Power. On Power, they got you dead to rights and have a whole 10-minute talk with you, a monologue. Oh, and the Equalizer.
They do, though. And the Equalizer, yes. Yes, Power and the Equalizer. If you watch Power, you know they always got that 5 to 10 minute conversation before they smoke somebody in that show, man. Always.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know that it was that graphic though.
God, the death
From back
scene was
then?
so graphic.
I didn't know that they killed him like that. Like,
Yeah, I want
Shoot blasted them.
Yeah, shout out to the makeup artists.
That was
The makeup artists, because those dead bodies, it was such a graphic scene that I was staring at the dead body. Whoever did that, whoever put that piece together like that, kudos. Chef's kiss to you. Chef's kiss to you.
Yeah, that was. Like I said, the show is the show. I mean, I don't know what else to really say. You gotta watch it, but yeah, that scene when they showed the parents dead, I was like, that was crazy. That was wild. But yeah, that's the end of that video, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you enjoy that video, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. All right, yo, stay blessed, stay positive, peace.